The intelligent thing to do would said, Dad, I want to show my appreciation. What would you guys
So
like
again,
to
you're
eat?
telling me that I'm
What
wrong.
would you guys like to eat? Quit with your feelings, please. Okay?
It's not about my
What would
feelings.
you? Well, it's in 50 different ways going around to your
No,
feelings.
it's not. I'm
Okay,
just.
What is wrong with asking Mom and Dad? Mom, you know what Dad eats.
Well, you
Mom,
know what?
you know what Dad eats.
Okay.
What would you guys like to eat?
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and get it. Not just surprise us with what you think.
You know what? Now, see, do you understand how you could come across as insulting to me right now? Because that's still a put down. Here's the thing. You were asleep and I tried to call you, so I picked up something. I have over $300 on a food card, so buying $10 worth of wasting was not that big of a deal. But you consistently are insulting me. And I can handle that. But the problem is
I'm
here.
not insulting you
The
when you had a choice and you didn't even think of the choice. You just wanted to do what you wanted to do.
So, and what
for
did that?
us.
And did that hurt you?
Doesn't matter if it hurt me or
Then
not.
why are you so upset about it?
Because you didn't ask.
So what if I bought something you didn't like? What if that? Why are
If
you
you'd
upset
asked,
about it?
you wouldn't have bought it.
Why are you upset?
If you
Yes, I
asked-
would have. I'd have bought it for myself.
Well, then go ahead.
Then why are you upset about it?
I'm not upset.
You sound like
over
it.
something you would have had that you wanted
Then
to
why
eat.
are we spending this much time talking about it? That's kind of dumb, don't you think?
It's kind of dumb not to ask for
It-
help.
I didn't need help. I need help getting here. I didn't need help shopping for fucking food. I have enough on there. I bought a small amount of food, some stuff to make a nice meal. If you didn't like it, like most other people would do, if they didn't like it, then I have enough to buy something at another time. But most people wouldn't sit there and be so fucking rude and condescending and mean.
Do you want to go out to eat?
I want
where would
you to
like
quit
eat
doing
at?
this.
Where would you like to eat at?
I don't-
Where would you like
it
to go eat at?
does-
That is a choice. Where would you like to eat? Every fucking American in here, in this fucking country, I'm hungry. Where do you want to eat? We ask one another, where do you want to eat?
Dad, do you have food? Are you hungry right now? Is there food in there you could eat? Because I cooked myself some food. Okay? I fucking figured, I saw how upset you got yesterday that I bought something you didn't like with my food card. And I figured, okay, he's never cooked chorizo. And that was the first thing you brought up was chorizo. So I'm like going, well, if he wants some, it'll be in there. If not, I can cook it. Am I going to get insulted? Am I going to get a finger in my face if I cook something you don't like? Then why do you keep going like this? Why do you keep
Because-
going like this? Because
Because-
every time I do this, I get hit.
From who?
Every time I went like this, I've gotten hit.
Well, no.
That's
no,
different.
No.
Look, how about you be just be polite
how
and
about
respectful
when
to
you
me?
put your fingers in my fucking head and go like that when I'm driving down the road, which is exactly what you did.
Which is exactly what you did to me.
I did not do that to you to begin with. You went like that to me as I was driving, and that's why I stopped.
Do you
is
realize-
because of your actions?
Do you realize that
your actions?
Do you realize?
Now we got an excuse coming. Go ahead.
No. Do you realize of all goddamn days, that was when I realized everything's going down fucking hill? That.
And I'm supposed to know that. I'm supposed to have this.
Well, I would.
Extraterrestrial, knowing that you had.
Well,
a bad
no,
day.
no, like
when all you could do was downgrade me for helping you out from the river all the way across the river and telling me what a piece of shit I was. And
No, I didn't.
Nobody fucking likes you, and you can't remember that.
Because I was trying.
Remember that?
Don't you?
Now we come up with the excuse. Well, but
There's no excuse. Don't you think that if you had tried to listen to me and
I was listening to you.
No,
I
you
didn't,
weren't.
I didn't say nothing.
No,
from
you
the
kept-
river over to the.
Yes, you did. You kept stopping me and putting your finger in my face and telling me what I did wrong. But you can't even admit when you're wrong, can you? Because you're never wrong.
Yeah, I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm
Do
wrong.
you think there's anything wrong about how you talk to people on a daily basis? Just like this every day. Do you think that's okay?
Gee, you know something? 46 years of working with.
And you want to talk about an excuse?
With 46 years of meeting people, working with people, I've never, ever had anybody say that. Ever.
Because you don't do that to other people. You do that to your family.
As a matter of fact, I've had people pat me on the back and say, "Man, I appreciate you."
Okay.
Like when I went to the place where
we gotta hear all this now.
the guy was fucking busy, and I knew he was busy, and I knew his blood pressure was up, and there were 5 or 6 people around him, and I went in with my paperwork, and I just set it down on his desk and said, "I'm the oversized. I'll be out in my truck." And I went right out in my truck. And 15 minutes later, that guy come out, and he said, "Dude, I want you to know I appreciate what you did, because these guys got me all fucked up."
Okay, Dad, yeah. I could hear a million stories about being a good Samaritan. Okay? I could hear you give me a million stories about being a good Samaritan.
No, that's not a good Samaritan.
Whatever you want to call it.
That's a professional.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. I could hear a million
That's
stories
for
of that
being a
happening.
professional. Have you ever been a professional?
I goddamn well have, yes.
Doing what?
Everything I've fucking done, I've done like a professional. Okay?
Okay. Then you know how to treat people.
I think I know how to treat people pretty fucking well. I taught myself that.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I've showed you quite a few videos of how to interact with people. You know, remember Jefferson Fisher, how to handle negative people? The one that I showed you that time?
I don't remember.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Look, the problem here isn't what food is bought. The problem here isn't this or that, or a pair of socks that fell out of the basket that nobody saw. The problem is having no goddamn interest in trying to see something through somebody else's perspective, but at the same time, not even realizing how downgrading you're being over any opportunity you get to sit there and put somebody fucking down. People can't even be nice to you. Now, the thing that really hurts me, honestly, Dad, is that I've seen you be very patient with other people. Very patient. And even if you felt a certain way about a certain thing, you just don't act that way in public, right? Mm-hmm. It's just common respect, it's common sense. All I ever wanted was to get that from my dad. You realize how much interest I had in automotives growing up? But I don't know a goddamn thing. And I lost a lot of that. Because?
You give up.
I didn't give up.
Well, why didn't you take shop class when you was in school?
I did take shop class.
Well, then you should have learned something in shop class.
I did learn things in shop class, Dad. But my total interest over it, why do I have no ambition to really go and learn how to tear out part of transmission or anything like that, Dad? I'm being honest with you. This is just how I feel. But I'm being honest with you. There have been so many times where I just tried to connect with you on a level, and all I got was put down. And no, I'm not.
Let me down when we did the brake job on.
No, there might be one or two. There might be one or two times, Dad. What I'm trying to tell you here is that more times than not, when I've done things at work and I make a mistake, or even if I'm doing something right, you can only get this so much before I have my dad in my head. And I sit there and I think about what I'm doing. I'm like, no, if you would have done this, you da. Every time I do anything, it fucks with your head. Forget if it hurts or not, but when I can't do anything and all I hear is no matter what I do, I can think of a way that Tim would sit there and not only tell me how wrong I am, but it could have been something that he's done before himself. But that's different because it's Tim. It's always different because, well, but then when somebody else does the same exact thing, oh, they're making an excuse. Forever have always talked around it to where, and then when somebody makes a point, you can't say anything.
Give me an example.
The last 10 times I've talked to you?
Give no.
You want an example?
No.
Let me think of an example.
Give me an example of something somebody else did that I said, asshole, and I've turned around and done the same thing. Give me an example.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get it too dissected here, but let's say this. The last time we had that 3-hour conversation, and I had said something that I didn't even know was it was about how some older people are offended by this or that, and I made kind of a similarity between how the same thing happens with liberals. It's just over something different. He said, No, and I said, look, I didn't think that would offend you. I am sorry. And I made that snarky comment and I said, I'm sorry I misused your pronouns. Ha ha ha. Right? And you laughed. What was funny about it was...
What was the conversation?
We were talking about politics.
What was the conversation?
It was about how people get offended over things. And about how about people that are hypocrites. And about how it's okay if a liberal does this, then it's because of this reason. But yet, again, it literally happened. We were talking about it, and then you did exactly what we were talking about.
Give me an example.
I'm literally telling you the example.
You're not.
Here's the example. You got upset over something that I said because I crossed your boundary. But yet, when somebody else's boundary crossed, they're a pussy.
What was it? You can't even come to
particulars.
I am.
You just don't understand what I'm saying. It was about how people can be hypocrites. That's what it was literally about. I can't make it any more specific there for you. The point is...
You can't give me an example.
That is the example.
That's pretty vague, Justin.
If that is vague for you, then I'm sorry. But we were literally talking about how... We're talking about the differences between liberals and Republicans, and I was talking about how, well, if it's a good old boy doing that, that's different. Whatever it is. We weren't talking about one specific thing. We were talking about just generally anything. And I was talking about how, hey, some people want to talk around it, and when they are offended, it's different because it's about them. But when they see somebody else get offended, oh, well, I'm not offended by that, so you're a pussy. That's literally what we were talking about. And I started to go more into detail about...
What's the difference between a liberal and a Republican?
Not as much as you think. Specific laws, things like that.
How about free shit? Entitlement for free shit?
Oh, well, there's just as much entitlement either way. It's just over what it is.
Except for the guys that work for it and those that just want it.
Well, there's a lot of liberals that work for things too. And yes, there is a big side of that. I don't want to get into this, but I do agree with you on that. The point is, we're getting way off subject here. I don't think you realize how extreme you act. And I try to sit there and be like, okay, Dad's used to being loud and blunt and in your face, and that's how he's lived his whole life. And so I try to see that maybe that's not how you're trying to come across, so I try to respect that and go, okay, I'm not going to get butthurt by it. But when somebody else, like for example, Mom over there, you want to talk to her about her father, and that's cool. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But she isn't really feeling good right now, so it's a lot right now.
I did not know that. She didn't say one word to me that she didn't feel good when she went up and went to the bathroom. Now, if she'd have said something, man, I'm really not feeling good, I would have understood that, and I wouldn't have opened up my mouth. That's called communication.
Okay, let me tell you.
Between a husband and a wife. I know that.
Well, I told you.
I know that too well.
Oh, okay, but the point is, the first thing he said, I said it before she had a chance. Who cares about dissecting? I said, she's not feeling good right now. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Like most people would. Instead, well, never mind then.
Never mind.
That whole cocky thing is the problem. Who cares? Just deal, man. Nobody's trying to put you down, but you want to sit there and that's because you and your politics, like this person doesn't even care about politics, but you're trying to say that they do. That type of shit is miserable to be around every day. You might not understand the volume of your voice at times, which people can accept,
I don't.
But people can't. But you have to understand.
Do you know why I don't understand the volume of my voice? Do you understand that one little simple thing? My volume and my voice. Do you know why you don't understand that?
Well, I do understand it.
What do you understand about it?
You've lived in a truck for how many years?
And
of
how
course.
loud is the fucking truck?
Dad, I
Everything,
kind of already said that I understood that.
Every conversation I've had was over the motor.
Yes.
So when you're used to doing that for so long,
yes,
it's hard. Even in a restaurant, it's hard.
And I just got done explaining to you that I've been trying to respect that. I just got done saying that. So obviously I must know that. But there's a difference between volume and just being absolutely disrespectful and mean and rude over any subject. It doesn't matter what the subject is. The point is, you get so entrenched into what you think, you forget to realize that other people look at things differently and they're not necessarily wrong either. They just have different experiences in life. So you can't.
Maybe it's
put
because
everyone
in my life I have had to become a decision maker over life and death situations more times than you breathe air in a day. Okay? Maybe it's just that it was my determination, it was my actions, it was my decisions that kept a lot of these people alive, seeing it before it happened and knowing that I better slow down because I don't think that guy is going to slow down coming off the ramp. He's gaining too much speed, and I understand this. So I'm looking to get a blinker over, and I can't, so I'm going to have to put my brake on and slow down.
I'd be pretty stupid to think that wouldn't have an effect on you. But you're not the only person I've met who's done that. But not every truck driver talks to their family like that. If every single truck driver I met was that fucking rude to people all the time, then yeah, okay, I get it. But no, frankly, with you, I think that there's a level of respect that you miss. I think that you look down on people who aren't like you.
No.
Well, no. That's definitely how you make the people you care about the most feel. And yes, you always hurt the ones you love the most. I understand that happens in life. You can be more yourself around these people. But I've been chastised for things. I love my father, and I want nothing more than to be able to try to relate to my father, even if it's something about you I don't like. I want to know about it, even if it's something about me that you don't like. Like, I can hear you play your music and your stuff and your videos and all of that. And you know what I do? I try to sit there and really understand it. I don't think about something else. I really look at it. But I can't even play a song around you. Yep, I don't want to hear it. Yep. You don't care about anything but yourself.
I don't see anything. I don't, personally, I don't see any advantage towards.
That's not the, well, you don't see that.
Okay, I don't see any advantage in that whatsoever. Number one, music, it's the voices. And it's like I've always said, I miss Motown because of the beautiful voices that come out of Motown.
That's not the point here, Dad. I'm trying to talk to you about relating to you, and yet you're going off in this. Okay, you don't like that music. There are a lot of good things that can be
the
fun.
music up.
Yeah, to make a bigger point, but you are zeroed in on one thing. I brought up music, but this isn't about music. That's an example. I'm talking about a bigger subject. But I bring up one thing, and then you start talking about it. And then I'm saying, okay, forget that. How do I make this point? I'm going to bring this up, and then you start talking about it. I'm like, it has nothing to do with that, okay? I know I'm going to start talking about everything about music, and I'm going to give you a big, long story, and then just waste all our time, and we didn't get anywhere with it. I'm trying to talk about relating to somebody. But yet again, we have to sit there and listen to your opinion. It isn't about your opinion, Tim. It is about the way that you treat people, and that your family loves you so much. If any one of us didn't care about you, we would never, ever talk to you again for the way that you've treated us.
So how bad have I treated you?
Well, you haven't beat the fuck out of her, thank God. You know, you've supported her. But you want me to be real honest?
Yeah.
The way that you are every day is so hostile. You have stressed the living fuck out of her, and I think you are just as much to blame for her losing her fucking mind because she can't stand being around somebody so hostile and negative. And the point is, you might be right about everything you said.
Where do you think you fit in that picture of making her so hostile?
Oh, I think that I contributed. I think, you know what, with my shit.
I think you've contributed
absolutely
probably more than I have because you have been around her more.
You know what? You know what? Maybe you're even right about that. But let me tell you this, Dad. I fucking the way that you act every day. Look at how upset that you get over chorizo, for fuck's sake.
I've never liked it.
Okay, so fucking what? Does that give you the right to sit there and fucking sit there and be some
No, it doesn't.
If you had to deal with somebody like you would lose your fucking mind.
It doesn't. But you know something? I got a brain. And if I was at somebody's house and I was going to make myself some chorizo, I wouldn't be thinking of just myself. I would have sat there and said, well, I need to make something else because if my dad doesn't like this, at least he'd have something to eat. No. You didn't feed your mother. You didn't feed me. You just went in there and made something for yourself.
You know what, Dad?
Because no. It's not stupid. It's not stupid. If you're gonna come here and cook something, how many times has your mother made something?
Okay, so is that
how many times has your mother? No. How many times has your mother made something and not fed you and Lyd and me all at the same time? How many times has your mother made pork chops and she's told me, well, you should have gotten 4 of them because we got to feed everybody else?
It was
dear.
I made myself a quick. So a lot of times people make plenty of fucking times. How many times have you made something for yourself that you didn't make for Mom?
Because she doesn't. Because most of the stuff I make has got gluten in it, and she
difference?
can't eat it anyway.
Okay, so why would you choose to cook something that had gluten in it?
Because I don't eat the gluten-free shit.
Oh, see, okay, because it's about what you eat now, right?
No, it's because of what your mother eats now.
Do you understand how very obviously hypocritical that is?
No, because you know nothing. You know absolutely nothing about the situation.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. When I have told your mother, get some of that gluten-free flour so I can make some stuff. Oh, it's expensive. I says, yeah, I know it's expensive, but go ahead and get it because then I can cook something that you can eat.
Okay, look, Dad.
Okay?
I went and made myself
How
a
many
quick
times-
breakfast. Okay? Is that a problem? Am I going to be able to cook something for myself here that you don't like? Is that a thing here? If I'm going to be here for any... No, answer the question.
I just include everybody. And your mom just includes everybody.
Oh, and I don't. See, another put down. You're trying to make me out to be
No,
like I don't include
I'm just
people.
telling you the fact of what happened.
So, me going in and making myself a quick breakfast is me not including people? If I go and make myself something, do I have to make something for everybody else every time? Because if that's a rule, I'll respect it.
No, but that's what always happens in that kitchen anyway.
But it's okay when you do it because of the gluten.
When I make a Greek salad,
Oh my
why
God.
is it so big? Because everybody else wants to eat.
Dad, I
Your
love...
daughter wants to eat.
What in the hell is wrong with me making a quick breakfast and does it have
Nothing.
to
Nothing.
Then why are you upset?
Nothing.
Then why are you upset?
If you go to Burger King or you go to McDonald's or any of your fast food places, never ever get me anything. Okay? That's
Okay.
plain and simple.
I already know that.
Okay?
So what was wrong with me cooking chorizo for myself?
Not a damn thing.
Then
Justin.
why in the hell why in the hell are you,
You
trying
asked me if I wanted some, and that's why I asked you how many times have you had chorizo in here? Why not? Because we don't need it.
Well, there's a
You
lot of...
offered it.
Yeah. But
We don't need it.
then why in the hell are you acting so negative and hostile and having this whole
I'm
conversation?
not acting negative and hostile.
What would you call this?
Because
You put your fingers in my face and got loud.
be,
Come on. You're smarter than that.
because you cook something, it smells good. Yeah, I got kind of hungry. Okay? I didn't know you were cooking chorizo.
When's the last time you had it?
I took a bite out of it 40 years ago and didn't like it.
Okay. Well,
I didn't like it. I just plain didn't
Okay.
like it.
Should I have to sit here and get put down every time I cook something you don't like? Because that's what you did.
I think the smart thing to do would be to find out who liked what. I think that would
Dad,
be the
I already
intelligent.
know you
I
like
think.
chorizo. Okay.
Well,
you
then-
never cooked it here.
Okay, then
So
why
then what-
offered it to me?
I don't know. Maybe your taste buds changed, but I figured you didn't. I just figured he probably ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna ask anyway because that's a polite thing to do. Being polite and kind to people takes very little
I
energy.
don't-
You know, it takes a lot of energy.
I just don't.
You know, it takes a lot of energy to sit there and bitch about every single thing that goes in front of your face. You're gonna kill yourself, and frankly, you're still gonna blame everybody else for it.
Okay. So next time I make steak or anything else, I'll leave yours raw in the refrigerator.
Oh my God.
So you can cook your own.
Oh, well, you know what? What's funny is I tried to buy something I thought you would like and you were wrong. But now you're going to say
You were
that-
wrong.
I didn't
I
know.
was gonna
I
buy
was wrong.
something that I thought you would like.
Dad,
and
you're
you,
the, I,
and
Dad,
you were
I
wrong.
love it. I love you, but you are the rudest person I have ever met in my life.
I'm just throwing back the words.
I
you
tried to
give
do
me.
something nice for you, and all
I
you've done
appreciate
is
it.
sit there and fucking talk to me like I'm a piece of shit.
I ain't talking.
You're trying to make me out to be like, you're wrong, but you're wrong, but you're wrong. You know, I think that deep down, you know there's something wrong with you, and it scares the fuck out of you, and you can't
Why?
stop it. So you're trying to do anything that you
Why
can to put
didn't-
other people down, so you don't
Why-
have to face the type of person
Why
you've become.
didn't you ask? That's a simple. It's as
Because
simple,
you were
it's
sleeping.
as simple as breathing.
Do you understand how hard it is for me
When
to
did
be
you
polite
get the
to you right now?
chorizo? Last night?
I've
You
had
didn't-
it.
You didn't go get it this morning.
I've had it.
So last night you could have said, "Dad, do you like chorizo?"
Dad, I've had chorizo since before I
didn't
moved.
know that.
Then shut the fuck
I
up
didn't
and
know
quit being
that.
an asshole.
But you couldn't have said, "Hey, do you like chorizo last night? I'm gonna cook some tomorrow."
Do you understand how stupid this fucking sounds?
Yeah, you tell me about it. Cause you sound real fucking stupid.
I sound stupid. Dad,
Yeah.
you know what? This isn't gonna do any good for anybody if I say how I feel here, but honestly, talk to anybody the way that you talk to your fucking family, man, you might have done all the work in the fucking world, but you know what? You've ruined every bit of it with the way you treat your family.
You know,
can you just don't be an asshole? Be a nice, polite fucking person. That is not that fucking hard, Kim. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Sarcasm. Because that's your only escape is sarcasm. You can't handle
what do you want me to say? You want me to suck your dick? Would that make you feel better?
No, I want you to just quit acting like an ignorant, loudmouth child. Yeah. Just stop with the sarcasm, have some balls, and act like a man instead of a fucking cranky fucking person that just wants to spite everybody and make them as miserable as he is with himself.
I'm not miserable with myself.
Really?
Let me back up. I'm a little miserable with myself with under $100 in the bank. And bills due day after tomorrow. And speaking of notes, did you get your note paid? Or are you just gonna ride that off until they garnish your wages?
I'm doing everything that I can to get as much money as I can, okay? I don't have to explain this.
Do you have it in your pocket? You probably should.
I'm not explaining
because my name is on the note.
Yeah, I know.
You're not only gonna take yourself down in the fucking tube, you're gonna pull me down with you.
You know what?
You feel proud of that?
I just feel proud that I'm a lot better father than somebody else.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of wisdom in being that big of a hypocrite. Come on.
It doesn't.
Look, what do you think Kevin would say right now?
What do I think? Oh, you wouldn't want to know that. You would not want to burn your ears with that, dude. You would not want to burn your ears with that.
Do you know what Kevin and Mark have said about you for how long?
You know what Kevin would say about you? He didn't have enough fucking brains throwing a fucking beer bottle out of my goddamn car going down the fucking road.
What is that? Okay, that. What the fuck does that do? What do you think Kevin would say about the way you're acting right now? Because he certainly knew that there was a problem when he talked to Mom about it. Certainly knew there was a problem with you when he talked to me about it. So did Mark Jensen. So did every one of your friends.
So what did they say?
You're fucking losing it because you do nothing but put people down. You treat your family like shit.
It's just puzzling to me. It's puzzling to me.
Oh God, this sucks so much. I would rather lose everything than see you lose your mind like this.
It's puzzling to me that my friends would not have the balls, and Kevin had a lot of balls, and Mark Jensen had a lot of balls, for them not to confront me with it.
Because they probably thought you
No,
understand.
probably thought that ain't good.
Really? Then why in the fuck do I still? Mark Jensen, many times over you know how your dad is, right? But yeah, how he gets on things. Yeah. You okay? You okay, big boy? All right, Mark. Come on, you know, Timmy gets in his head, and you don't want to see nothing else. That's your dad. I love your dad. I know you love your dad. But I'm telling you, B-boy, that ain't right. But, you know, maybe it's the, you know, maybe.
I just think that if they seen there was a problem, they would have confronted me. That's how tight.
You can
Now I suppose you're gonna tell me that they weren't really my friends. They were just.
Oh no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that I have friends that I love dearly, but there's some things I just can't talk to them about because they're not gonna understand it. So avoid it, because every time I've tried to talk to a friend A about this or that, it goes nowhere. So sometimes people want to keep a relationship with somebody, but they avoid this and that because they know that person might be able to understand it, but isn't going to choose to understand it. Okay? What would be nice is, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in this planet, but I'm pretty goddamn intellectual.
But it would be nice once for, hey, the only times I've ever been told about how proud you were of me was for how hard I worked and the fact that I've been a good father. But when it comes down to anything intellectual, the fact that my son's a thinker and not just about how to load a fucking trailer, but about life, well, that's just... That's all I have told you. That's all I wanted to share something with you. You've shared a lot with me, Dad, and I've given you the respect to listen to it. Not everything that I'm saying is a goddamn guy screaming into a microphone. A lot of it is really, really important, well said fucking shit. And you know what? The last time that I really tried to show you some fucking writing that I had, Lindsay was sitting right there. What'd you do? You just sat there and made fun of here. Granted, no, you're not. You're not as needy as a bitch as she is. Okay, you might be more on the tough spectrum, but the way that you treat people, excuse me, that the way that you argue, the only person that comes to mind is Lindsay. It's the same thing, the same goddamn wheel of it doesn't matter what you say, she's gonna put you down for something because she's not going to do it. You and Lindsay are the most similar people I've met in my life. Very different, but trying to talk to her and Lydia's sitting there crying going, Mom, will you just calm down? There's not a problem here. Oh, but you probably hate me. You fucking hate me because of this. No, they don't hate you. No, then why is this? Then why is this? Then why is this? Well, because, Lindsay, listen, well, I don't want to have to hear all this because that has nothing to do with this and blah, blah, blah. Yes, it does. Will you please sit there? I sat there and listened to what you had to say about it. Will you please listen to me? And get 2 words into it. Oh, because of this. Oh, this is, no, it's fuck you. It's fuck you. It's fuck you. Oh. Yeah, because you're this and that. You're a piece of shit. You blah, 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 blah. Maybe you would be in this situation if this and this. Well, that has nothing to do with it, Lindsay. But, and I've been calm enough, as much as I went through all this shit back on Liberty, no, fuck you. I'm sitting there and I'm not going to explain myself to somebody that's not willing to try to understand me. Albeit, I'm still sitting here talking to you. And dude, I don't think for a fucking second I could talk to Lynn Blue in the face. I could be the nicest goddamn person in the fucking world. I could sit there and drag this the fuck out. I still don't think you're gonna be willing to understand me. Because I don't know if you know how to care about that or not. I'm to that point. But it's funny to see somebody that is so entrenched into being a badass and being so tough, but to take all of those things that mean something to them and see them use it the same way a little girl does. Flatlines it like, okay, fine, you could pick up 1,000,000 fucking pounds. You could drive a fucking planet if you wanted to. But when you sit there and act like a woman about it, a bitchy woman that doesn't, I don't care, whatever. Well, she'll do it with her nails and her hair salon and her whatever. And she's a stupid cunt. And she shouldn't be able to make any decisions unless she's told to because she's a fucking woman and she doesn't know how to quit running her mouth. Because she's talking about hills and hair and nails. But if you take a man, talks about driving and acts like just as much of a mouthy cunt, but it's about trucking. That's different? No. It's just as much of a bitch. And frankly, when you've had your family come to you time and time again and say, look, you're erratic, you're rude, you won't stop criticizing people, even if it doesn't affect you, every single day, people are trying to sit there and like, oh, cross your fingers, hopefully he'll be cool today, and all he does is sit there and maybe it's not about you, maybe he's in a good mood with you, but it's talking about how somebody else is fucked up. Nobody wants to live in that kind of negative world. All you're doing is taking people you love around them and forcing them into an environment that is toxic and negative and stressful and sick. But I guess I'm just an educated idiot. I read more books than I did cross the country, so I don't understand. You know what? You can tell me I don't understand. I understand a great more than you'll ever give me the respect for. So again, yeah, I've written that the fuck off. Because getting your respect at this point, God, if it means being a prick, I don't want to. I don't want to be known for that. And that's why I'm a good fucking father. So make a list of shit you want like I asked and I'll pick it up for you. Like I said yesterday.
Well, what happened to all of us going to the grocery store so we could plan a meal?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I think
Whatever happened to
that's
us
possible.
mom and dad together and me telling your mom, hey,
Dad?
hey, just you had your. How about getting this and this, and then we just buy some of these cheap things. We can make this, and we know that lasts a couple days because we are leftover eating motherfuckers.
I know.
Okay, because we don't let nothing go to waste. Okay. The only time it goes to waste is because we've ate it so much and we made so much, we just got sick of eating. So maybe if we did go to the store together, something I've never ever been able to do with your mother. Never.
Ask yourself
Maybe.
why.
Okay.
No, this is big. I understand what you're trying to say. I'm not trying to cut you off, but I get it.
I know why. She told me why.
She doesn't want to go to a store with somebody that acts like this.
No. She doesn't.
Yes, that's exactly.
She doesn't want to go to the store with me to buy all this added shit that you want, Tim. And I'm like, I know how much money we got. I'm just there to help you put my ideas in your mind, like making that remember them chicken breasts? You put that cheese in oh yeah, well that was good. I haven't made those in a long time. And I'm like, well dear, I'm just there to give her ideas, to give her pointers.
Okay, let me.
And then it's off to the gluten-free aisle. And seeing what she's got in there. And if she's got gluten-free flour, but, oh, I don't want to buy it. It's $14 a bag. And you know what Tim does at that point? I take those sweets back and put them on the shelf so she can get that flour.
I think you would do that, yes. But.
So don't sit there and say that I don't, because
No.
I cook just for me.
I'm not saying
I
that.
cook just for me because your mom ain't here to cook for me. She's running your ass around.
You know what? If I'm wrong, you go ahead and ask her. But the way that you behave is worrisome, and people don't want to go into public with you.
What, you afraid I'm gonna ask her if she needs some more
No.
Massengills?
No, we're afraid that you're going to start talking about politics with somebody that wants nothing to fucking do with you
I
because they don't give a fuck.
If I go in there to shop, I go in there to shop. Unlike a lot of people I know, if I go into a store, I go into Walmart, I go into any place, I go in there to get what I need.
Okay.
Okay, if I go in there to make a Greek salad, I'm getting onions, tomatoes, apples, whatever I need to make Greek salad. I don't go through there and pick up the fucking loins and the fucking seafood counter and get frozen lobster tail or I would love some fucking crab legs. Oh, I'd love crab legs. I even got a bottle of sweet and sour sauce in there just for crab legs if we ever got them. But they're too fucking expensive. So I go without. Okay? And I know your mom, your daughter loves them. But they're too
understand how you eat. I get it.
I want you to understand
how
how
we
we
shop.
shop.
Well, you know what? Just because I don't shop like you doesn't mean that I have to sit there and get a finger in my face.
Go by myself.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing.
I'm Greek. I talk with my fucking.
You being Greek you are less than 50% Greek. Will you let that the fuck go? You are less than 50% Greek. Shut the fuck up.
There you go.
Who cares? You using this Greek, this is what the Greeks do, this is what the Greeks do. Shut the fuck up, okay? You go over to Greeks right now, I think you'll be unpleasantly surprised at the fact that, look, they act like normal people, okay? This crazy bullshit, you're over the top bullshit. It's nothing more than a problem. So I think your over the top bullshit is obviously a fucking problem. The way that you act is a problem. And I love you and I'm trying to tell you that. It is not about this or that, so you think. That's something real, oh, it sounds all wise and mysterious because it's from an old man. You got nothing to say. You got nothing to say. The way they act is out of line, it's shitty, it's insulting. And there's no amount of trucking or Greek genes has anything to fucking do with it. It's your goddamn choice. And frankly, if it isn't your choice, then you need to be on antipsychotics. But I don't think we should go there yet. I'm trying to fucking sit there and figure out, God, what happened to my dad? What the fuck is he just so disgusting to be around? Now, I get it back in the day, there's a lot of parts back in the day, like, okay, I kind of see but it's just every day, needle, and it's somebody that you disagreed with, or at least just different from, did the same thing that you would flip out and you'd fucking hit them. You're
Aren't you glad I told you about this? Yes.
Because I'd rather hear it from my dad than I would you two. I can figure things out pretty well my fucking self, Dad. Just trying to include you here. So you're not alone with everything, but you know what? You are pushing yourself away from people. And we're just sitting there. I don't know if I can handle him anymore. It's every day I can't handle listening to this asshole in my face every day over everything. But I'm still sticking with him because I love him and that's what you do. You are so fucking lucky. You have the family you do. You know something? I think you need to sit and do a lot of thinking if it's possible. I think you need to really fucking think about how in the fuck.
I think what I really
Tim is like every day.
I think what I really need to figure out is where I think that's what I really need to figure out is where
Well, good luck finding anybody else.
I
who's
don't
along
have
with
to
you.
have luck. I don't have to have luck. All I gotta do is make a phone.
Well, that, and you know, of course, because I mean, you're probably gonna treat them a lot better than you do the people you're used to.
Whatever.
Whatever, see, yeah, good man. Good man.
I hear whatever. It is what it is.
Well,
Why
that's
does that offend everybody now? Oh, it is what it is.
that doesn't offend me. What's offensive is seeing a person I care about turn into a disgusting person. It's just not how you treat people. And that's from anybody. That's not these times. It wasn't okay to be like that back in the 60s. It wasn't okay to be, well, maybe in a third world country you got away with it. But nobody, that doesn't help anybody.
Maybe I just
Well, how about you just take accountability and change?
I just need
Maybe you'd be a lot happier if you weren't worrying about that shit. Well, then, you know, God, nobody wants to see
I've
God.
never had a conversation like this in this house.
No, never.
And the bottom line of this conversation
I wish that you, I wish
You may be onto something, you know it?
I wish you would have the balls. I wish you would have the balls.
You wouldn't lose a thing. You get your loan paid off
No,
without you knowing
that's
about
not what
it.
I want. I don't give a fuck about my money. I give a fuck about my father, and I don't want to see my father waste away like this.
Don't worry about it.
Do you? Sure. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You realize that this is not how I want to remember you. And when you're gonna be on a bed someday, and you're not gonna have very long, and you're gonna be sitting there thinking about your whole life, and you're gonna be like, how did I spend my time with my family? How did you spend it, Tim? Did you really get to know them?
I told you that for years, dude.
Did you really get to
I
know
told you that for years, didn't I? And the only thing I knew about my son was when I come home, he's probably drunk in the garage.
Well, maybe
Right.
Maybe if I had somebody that was.
You had your mother.
Yeah. Why do you think I can have a better conversation with her? But you and me always winds up screaming somehow. You see a difference? You see a difference? I mean, nobody has wanted to leave you out. Nobody has wanted to do anything more than include you. But this comes down to, forget all the little tiny details you're gonna get stuck on and dissecting it, and really look at how is it that you, what do you think it's like for somebody else to be around him every day? And when all you could be 100% factually right about everything that you're saying, but to be around somebody that is negative all the time only destroys.
You know something? Bernie come over here yesterday.
Well, that's somebody that you can relate to. That's not your family.
Well, no. You said everybody. You said everybody.
Okay,
And
let me back up.
no,
You're not like that to your friends. You're like that to your family. Yeah, you are. You treated your friends with more respect and concern than you have your family by far.
But I don't have friends, remember?
I never said you didn't have friends. I said that you have several close friends that have noticed there's an issue with you. I didn't say you didn't have friends. There's a big difference. I'm trying to tell you that other people that have really cared about you have noticed there's an issue with your negativity, your insults, and the way that you talk to your family. That doesn't mean you didn't have friends. That meant that you had people that cared about you, that saw that that's not okay. That's, frankly, I'm gonna throw out a word that's gonna go on about a million things. It's verbally abusive. Why do you think, well, you do have friends. Why do you think Lindsay doesn't have friends? You're lucky. She doesn't have any friends because all she does is talk about negative and complain about other people. And even if we're in a happy environment, we're still gonna be, these motherfuckers. Oh God, we also have to talk about how bad things are. Come on, what a way to live your life, man. I know things are fucked. And you know that I know things are fucked, okay? I'm not 20 anymore. I've grown some fucking balls, okay? But I'm smart enough to know that that's not how to live your life. I get that upset over things like that.
You know what really...
People don't do that, guys.
You know what really sucks, Justin? I have lost all of my... And one thing that would bring us together, well, fishing is a hobby. Okay? What I miss myself, and I try to lay you right down with me growing up,
I'm listening to you. I'm just going.
and there were snowmobiles